On this episode, I share with you what appraisal gap insurance is and whether or not you should actually do that. Welcome everyone to this episode of the Ask Jason Gelios show. I'm Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor. Really appreciate you guys tuning in here. I really appreciate the questions that get submitted and asked in my everyday real estate life. So I really appreciate that. For those of you who are new to this show, definitely follow me on social media. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on future episodes. I want to talk about this topic. Somebody was asking me, if I put in an offer on a home and it's extremely competitive, should I throw in there appraisal gap insurance? A lot of times you may have to do that. However, I don't see it often in my everyday real estate life. I want to explain what appraisal gap insurance is. So let's first explain what appraisal gap insurance is. Now, let's say a seller is trying to get $300,000 for their home. And there's multiple offers, all kinds of stuff going on. And let's say you're putting down a decent amount of money as a buyer. Now, you can put in there in your offer that you will be willing to do appraisal gap insurance where let's say you have to offer $315,000 and there's a chance that the home will appraise for less than that. So appraisal gap insurance kicks in. I don't feel it's a good idea because you should never buy a home that you are starting off underwater. And I know some agents will say, well, they're really not because it will go up. Well, we don't know that for sure. Most of the time, real estate increases in value, right? Because everything else gets expensive, but sometimes hardship causes values to go down. To go in off the bat with appraisal gap insurance and trying to, pay more for the home than what it would appraise for is just not a sound financial decision. Now, there may be cases where it makes sense to do that. For example, if you're purchasing the home and you're going to stay in the home for 5 years, 10 years, you'll probably get your money back, but I just don't feel it's a good idea. I feel that if you purchase a home, you should get that appraisal, not get gap insurance, and just renegotiate. Sometimes, and actually the purpose of this appraisal gap insurance is when a buyer really loves a home and appraisal comes in less and the seller's not going to negotiate at all. Because typically when an appraisal comes in lower on a home, you renegotiate with both sides, right? The buyer and the seller renegotiate and say, well, look, it appraised for, let's say, $10,000 less. So we need to go back to the drawing board. This is a way of saying, you know what? Maybe you can even meet in the middle, right? Let's say it appraised for $10,000 less and you guys made a deal where you'll basically cut that difference in half. So you may only need appraisal gap insurance for $5,000. So, that would make sense. I just feel personally that you shouldn't have gap insurance on a loan. I feel that you should finance what the home is appraised for and nothing more. Obviously, that doesn't take into account your down payment. So I hope this really helps. Not a common topic, however, it is out there about appraisal gap insurance. So obviously, if you have any questions, share your comment below. What are your thoughts about appraisal gap insurance? Just like I explained what it is and how it works. I appreciate you guys watching this episode. Again, follow me on social media. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the bell. I look forward to bringing you guys content at least once a week on my social media platforms. Engagement has been really good on that. Once again, I'm Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor, and I hope you guys have a great day. Guys, for watching this episode of the Ask Jason Gelios show. Did you know that I also have a podcast? Go to where you love your podcast, where you love to listen to those podcasts, right? Search Ask Jason Gelios show, or you can search my name, Jason, Gelios, and be sure to subscribe. Take me on the road with you, right? You can hit audio. I add episodes all the time. Be sure to subscribe to my podcast. Thank you.